And so, after putting it off as long as possible, I hoist myself up through the hatch in the ceiling and enter the unfinished attic of our home. It's time to dig through all these boxes of Christmas ornaments that I heaved up here last year. Ouch! Yeah, as I rub the knot that's now forming on my head while muttering a few choice phrases, my eyes land on the cardboard box marked "The Good Stuff." That box occupies a place of honor right near the hatch. It contains small personal treasures that have managed to avoid my many bouts of getting rid of unnecessary stuff. That box has moved with me from house to house and from attic to attic. And you couldn't get a dime for any of it, but this house ever catches on fire, that box goes with me when I run. What the heck? Christmas can wait another couple of minutes. Yeah. One of the treasures is a paper sack. It's lunch size. The top is sealed with duct tape, staples, and several paper clips, but there's a ragged rip along one edge so you can see everything that's inside. Now, this particular lunch sack has been in my care for many years, but really it belongs to my daughter, Molly. Soon after she came of school age, Molly became an enthusiastic participant in the morning packing of the lunches for herself, her brothers, and for me. Every bag got its share of sandwiches, apple slices, milk money, and maybe a note or a treat. Now, one morning, as I was waiting to leave, Molly handed me two bags, the regular lunch sack and the one with the duct tape, staples, and paper clips. Why two bags? The other one is something else. Okay, but what's in it? Just some stuff. Take it with you. Well, not wanting to hold court on the matter, I stuffed both bags in my briefcase, kissed the child, and hurried off. Now, midday, while sitting down to my real lunch, a coney dog with mustard and extra onions, I ripped open Molly's bag and emptied the contents out on my desk. 3 hair ribbons, a plastic dinosaur, 2 small stones, a pencil stem, a lipstick, 3 animal crackers, 2 chocolate kisses, a small doll, and 13 pennies. I smiled. Cute. And then, hurrying off to the important business of the day, I swept the desk clean, into the wastebasket, leftover lunch, Molly's junk, and all. Later that evening, Molly came to stand with me while I was reading the evening paper. Where's my bag? Well, what bag? You know, the one I gave you this morning. I left it at the office. Why? I forgot to put this note in it. Besides, now I want it back. Why? Those are my things in the bag, Daddy. The ones I really like. I thought you might like to play with them, but now I want them back. You didn't lose the bag, did you, Daddy? Tears puddled in her eyes. No, I just left it at work is all. Bring it tomorrow, okay? Sure, don't worry. Well, as she threw her arms around my neck with relief, I unfolded the note that did not go into the bag. I love you, Daddy. Oh. And also, uh-oh. I looked long into the face of my child. Molly had given me her treasures. Everything a 7-year-old held dear. Love in a paper sack. And I missed it. Oh, I not only missed it, I thrown it into the trash. I mean, oh, good God. Well, it wasn't the first nor the last time I felt like my daddy permit was about to expire. It was a long trip back to the office that night. The pilgrimage of the penitent. Well, anyway, arriving just ahead of the janitor, I lifted up the wastebasket, I emptied it out on my desk. Yeah, and I was sorting through it all when the janitor came in to do his nightly chores. You lose something? Yeah, my mind. Well, it's probably in there. What's it look like? I hope you find it. Well, I started to not tell him, you know, but then I figured I couldn't feel like any more of a fool than I already do, so I told him. And he didn't laugh. He smiled, and he said, I got kids too. And so the Brotherhood of Fools searched through the trash, and we found the jewels. You are never alone in these things. Anyway, after washing the mustard off the plastic dinosaurs and spraying the whole thing down with a breath freshener to try to kill the smell of onions, I carefully smoothed out the wadded-up ball of brown paper into a semi-functional bag, carefully replaced all of the items, and carried the thing home like an injured kitten. I gave it back to Molly the next evening. No questions asked, no explanations offered. The bag didn't look very good, but all her stuff was in there. That night after dinner, I asked Molly to tell me about the stuff in the bag. And so she took each item on, one at a time, and laid them side by side on the dining room table. And it took a long time to tell. I mean, everything had a story, or it was attached to dreams, or imaginary friends. Fairies had brought some of the items, and well, it turns out I'd given her the chocolate kisses. She'd been saving them in case she ever really needed them. Well, at this point, I managed to say, I see, very wisely several times. As a matter of fact, I did see. And so I was surprised when Molly gave me the bag again a couple nights later. Same ratty bag, same stuff inside. But I felt forgiven, trusted, and loved. And maybe a little more deserving of that title, Daddy. The bag went with me again from time to time over the next several months, but it was never clear to me why I would or wouldn't get it on a particular day. So I began to think of it as the Daddy Prize, and I worked very hard the night before to try to be worthy of it the next day. Over time, Molly found new interests, discovered other treasures, lost interest in the game, grew up, I don't know, something. Me? Oh, I was left holding the bag. Yeah, she gave it to me one morning, and she never asked for it back. But of all the gifts that I have ever received, this one comes closest to capturing the spirit of the season. It's just a worn-out paper stack, left over from a time when a child said, "This is the best I've got. Take it. It's yours. Such as I have, give I to thee." Merry Christmas.